Zach Bryan may have been born under the radar, but his raw lyrics and smoky voice have stirred up a storm that no one in country music could ignore. A Navy veteran turned poetic troubadour, Bryan carved out a spot for himself not through traditional Nashville channels, but through sheer grit, vulnerability, and an authentic sound that feels like sitting around a fire with an old friend. His journey from the military to topping music charts is a story of heart, hope, and honesty. Traits that resonate deeply with a generation searching for something real in a world of polished facades. Early life and family background. Zachary Lane Bryan was born on April 2nd, 1996, in Okinawa, Japan, while his father was stationed there with the U.S. Navy. Coming from a family rooted in military service, Zach's upbringing was one of discipline, resilience, and sacrifice. Soon after his birth, the Bryans returned to the United States, where Zach grew up primarily in Uloga, Oklahoma. The small-town life instilled a sense of simplicity and grounded values in Bryan that later bled into his music, setting him apart from many contemporary artists with more conventional, glossier upbringings. Zach's parents, Dwayne and Annette Bryan, raised him and his siblings in an environment steeped in hard work and integrity. His father, a Navy veteran, was a significant influence in his early life, teaching him about commitment and honor. Though his mother passed away in 2016, her influence remained profound in his life and art. Zach would often reference her as a guiding light and a deep source of inspiration, her memory echoing in the melancholic undertones of his lyrics. Military life and service. Following in his father's footsteps, Zach Bryan enlisted in the U.S. Navy at 17. The decision, he once admitted, was both a tribute to his family's military legacy and a search for a meaningful path in life. Serving for nearly 8 years, Bryan found himself stationed in various locations, an experience that exposed him to diverse landscapes, cultures, and people, which would later add depth to his songwriting. The discipline he acquired in the Navy and the deep bonds he formed with his fellow sailors played a significant role in shaping his resilience and work ethic. However, Zach's time in the Navy wasn't without its challenges. Living away from loved ones and facing the demands of military life weighed heavily on him, and music became a crucial outlet. Armed with little more than a guitar and his iPhone, he began writing songs in his barracks and recording simple, stripped-down videos. These performances showcased his unfiltered voice and heartfelt lyrics, often capturing the loneliness, love, and loss he experienced during his service. His homemade style and genuine storytelling quickly found resonance online, drawing the attention of listeners who craved authenticity. Music beginnings, from barracks to viral sensation. Zach's first significant breakthrough came in 2019 when he uploaded his song, Heading South, to YouTube. With just an acoustic guitar and a shaky iPhone video, the song exploded, gathering millions of views and introducing his sound to a rapidly growing audience. Heading South, with its heartfelt lines and rebellious undertones, told the story of an artist yearning to be heard, a reflection of Bryan's own journey. This was followed by more music released informally on social media, where fans connected with his unpolished, down-to-earth vibe. It wasn't just his voice or lyrics that struck a chord. It was his entire approach to music, raw, unfiltered, and refreshingly real. His debut album, Deanne, named in memory of his late mother, was independently released in August 2019. The album was recorded in a matter of days with minimal resources, but its impact was anything but small. Tracks like Flying or Crying and Shivers Down Spines highlighted his storytelling ability and emotive vocal style. His debut album became a beacon for fans searching for genuine country music, a counterpoint to the often overproduced sounds of mainstream Nashville. Bryan's rise, however, was about more than just music. It represented a shift toward a renewed interest in storytelling, honesty, and emotional vulnerability, the making of a new kind of country star. While Deanne introduced Bryan as a serious talent, his follow-up album, Elizabeth, released in 2020, solidified his place in the independent country music scene. Named after his sister, Elizabeth was a deep dive into Bryan's inner world, with lyrics that tackled love, heartbreak, and existential questioning. It was recorded in a barn in Washington state with the help of friends, further emphasizing his dedication to authentic, grassroots music making. During this time, Bryan continued to defy the conventions of Nashville's polished country music industry. He didn't have a label, professional studio, or significant marketing machine behind him. Instead, he relied on word of mouth, social media, and the passionate support of his growing fan base. This DIY approach appealed to audiences disillusioned by mainstream music's commercialism, positioning Bryan as a spokesperson for the everyman, a genuine, self-made artist singing from the heart. His style, often described as alternative country or outlaw country, blended folk, Americana, and classic country influences, resulting in a unique sound that stood apart. Bryan's voice, rough yet tender, complemented his lyrics perfectly, giving listeners a sense of his personal struggles, reflections, and triumphs. By sharing his vulnerabilities and his life's ups and downs, Bryan quickly fostered a loyal fan base that viewed him not just as a musician, but as a friend and confidant, leaving the Navy and pursuing music full-time. By 2021, Zach Bryan's music career had reached a tipping point. His online presence had exploded, his songs were streaming in the millions, and he was attracting industry attention from every corner. Despite his growing fame, Bryan stayed committed to the Navy, balancing his service and musical pursuits as best he could. However, the demand for his music and his passion for songwriting soon led him to make a life-altering decision. After nearly 8 years of service, he was honorably discharged from the Navy in 2021, freeing him to pursue music full-time. This decision was momentous. Bryan's departure from the military symbolized his leap of faith into the unknown, a courageous act that mirrored the themes of bravery and self-discovery in his music. With his discharge, he was finally able to tour, engage with his fans in person, and devote himself to creating the music that had come to define him. This move also marked the beginning of a new era in his career, one where he would further explore the themes of freedom, identity, and love. Breakthrough album, American Heartbreak. In May 2022, Zach Bryan released American Heartbreak, an album that would catapult him into the spotlight. This record was monumental, comprising 34 songs and running for over 2 hours, a sprawling exploration of American life, love, loss, and hope. American Heartbreak was Bryan's first studio-produced album and received widespread critical acclaim, debuting at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and marking the biggest streaming debut for a country album in history. The album was both a commercial and critical success, featuring tracks like Something in the Orange, a haunting ballad that captured the bittersweet beauty of love and heartbreak. Other songs like Burn, 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 and Tishomingo showcased his narrative prowess and ability to draw on personal experiences to create relatable, emotionally charged music. With American Heartbreak, Bryan established himself as one of country music's most compelling voices, a rare artist who could appeal to die-hard country fans and alternative audiences alike. Themes and impact. What sets Zach Bryan apart from many of his contemporaries is his commitment to storytelling and his willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. His lyrics often explore the darker, more complex sides of life: grief, longing, heartbreak, and resilience. Bryan doesn't shy away from discussing mental health, trauma, and the human need for connection, themes that resonate deeply in an age when people are increasingly aware of the importance of emotional vulnerability. His songs often reflect a longing for simplicity and authenticity in a world that can feel disconnected and artificial. Tracks like From Austin and Cold Damn Vampires speak to the struggles of maintaining relationships and a sense of self amid life's pressures and complications. His music has given a voice to people who feel lost or misunderstood, offering comfort and understanding through his thoughtful, heartfelt lyrics. Legacy and influence. As he continues to rise, Zach Bryan has left an undeniable mark on the music industry, and his influence is only growing. He has revitalized a style of country music that prioritizes authenticity over commercial appeal, drawing comparisons to legends like Townes Van Zandt and Willie Nelson. However, his sound and approach are uniquely his own, blending traditional country storytelling with a modern, unfiltered edge. Fans and critics alike have praised Bryan for his unapologetic independence and commitment to his craft. In an industry often criticized for its emphasis on image and marketability, Bryan's success stands as proof that authenticity can prevail. He has inspired a new wave of musicians who see his journey as a testament to the power of staying true to oneself and one's art, personal life, and future directions. Despite his rapid success, Bryan has remained grounded, choosing to live a relatively low-profile life compared to many celebrities. His close-knit relationships, deep love for his family, and respect for his roots continue to define him. Known for his humility, he frequently interacts with fans on social media, expressing gratitude for their support and sharing insights into his creative process. As for the future, Zach Bryan shows no signs of slowing down. His unique journey from Navy serviceman to country music sensation is only beginning, with many anticipating that he will continue to push the boundaries of country music and inspire future generations. For Bryan, music remains a deeply personal endeavor, a way to process life's experiences and connect with others on a profound level. Zach Bryan's story is one of passion, perseverance, and an unyielding commitment to honesty. From his humble beginnings and military service to his meteoric rise in country music, he has remained true to himself, creating music that speaks to the human experience in all its messy, beautiful glory. For fans and newcomers alike, Bryan's music serves as a reminder that there is strength in vulnerability and beauty in authenticity. As he looks toward the horizon, Zach Bryan continues to be a voice for those who feel unseen and unheard, proving that sometimes the most impactful stories come from the heart. And that's exactly where Zach Bryan's music will always come from.